Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on this channel, Financial Wealth Community. I'm Jackie Stewart, and today we are talking about overcoming limiting beliefs about money. Yes, that's right, overcoming limiting beliefs about money. So I want you today to look at identifying and conquering beliefs that hold you back financially. Let's understand what limiting beliefs actually are. So what are they? Well, these are those deep-rooted negative thoughts about money. Let me give you some examples. Have you heard this one before? Money is evil. Or I don't deserve financial success. Or here's another one. Rich people are greedy. That's the kind of negative thoughts that we can have around money. And so the impact that it has on us is our financial behaviour. So how we behave, how we manage our money, and it also impacts the decisions that we make. And so although that these limiting beliefs are what's known as subconscious, they still actually influence everything that we do around money. And that's from spending, from saving to investing. Let me give you some other examples about some common limiting beliefs around money. I recognise some of these in myself. I remember I used to think some of these things as well. So I need to work hard to earn money, or only lucky people become wealthy, right? Or more money equals more problems. I definitely recognise some of those, especially the more money equals more problems. I remember I used to think, oh my gosh, if I get more money, I'm going to have more problems. And, you know, it's just some of these things that we used to tell ourselves, or maybe things that we've heard, and now they affect what we believe about money. So think about some of these things that you've heard, or these terms, or some of the things that you actually believe about money yourself. Because these statements are going to keep you stuck, and I don't want you to stay stuck. So maybe pause the video right now and think about where some of these beliefs that you may have, where did they actually come from? Go on, pause the video. You can press play again in a moment. I want you to also consider, when did you actually notice that this is what you believed? Because let's think about it. We don't always go around thinking, you know, if we're going to the shop and we're buying something, we don't necessarily think about, oh, what do I believe about money? It's not something that's conscious right straight away. It's our subconscious. But if you stop and really think about what you think, and think about, when did that first come? When did that first belief come to you? I mean, did it come from your parents, or maybe past experiences that you've had with money? Because this is a mindset that can keep you stuck and in financial hardship. So you really want to be able to first identify it, and then secondly, look at, where did these beliefs first come from? And then once you've done that and you've identified your limiting beliefs, the way to do that is to have your self-awareness, right? So what do? You write down your thoughts. Literally, a lot of people like to journal. Take some time out and just literally sit there with your thoughts and write it down and ask yourself some questions. This is getting you to be reflective about what you really, really think. I mean, how many people really do that? How many of us have really thought about what I feel about money? Or it's just a tool, you use it to barter, to go to the shop, to buy things. But have you really thought, what do I really think about this thing called money? What did you hear about money when you were growing up? And then if you knew anybody around you who was rich, you may think was rich, how did you feel about that particular person or people? Do you actually believe that there is enough money for everyone, right? That's another thing. Or do you think that it's really in scarce supply? Because when you think about the world, there is a lot of people that do not have money. Why is that then? So therefore, do you think, well, there's just not enough money to go around? So you need to look at your thoughts and your beliefs and see if you can identify some patterns, because that could be an indication that you may need to speak to somebody more professional. So if you're finding that you have these negative beliefs, and maybe you can or you can't even identify where they come from, but they're keeping you stuck, And every time you go to do something, these negative beliefs are coming back into the forefront of your mind. And maybe it is time to speak to somebody about that, because if it's keeping you stuck, you want to become unstuck, right? So maybe consider speaking to a counsellor or a therapist, because maybe there's something else going on there and you may just need to explore that. You want to be able to change your limiting beliefs. Now, if you can change them, you may not need professional help. For some of us, it's just about reframing or replacing those limiting beliefs, right? The language that we use. So, for example, if one of those is, I can't earn enough money, there's just not enough money for me to earn to be able to do what I need to do, then stop and think to yourself, is that statement really true? Can you really not earn any more money? Are you stopping yourself from being able to do that? So maybe then what you want to do is look at examples in your life, or look at other people, right? And look at other people's experiences where perhaps it's not true, and have those conversations. Or maybe you need to replace that limiting belief with something positive, right? So where you think there's not enough or financial success is not for you, then maybe you need to replace that with, I am worthy of financial abundance or success. Or there are limitless opportunities available to me to grow wealth. Remember, wealth is not just about money, but there are limitless opportunities. And then you need to take action, right, to break that cycle. So remember, you've identified it, you've looked at the common ones that are affecting you, and now you're also looking at replacing and reframing all of that. And now you've got to take action. So once you've done all that work, you've sat there with your thoughts, you've identified them, as I said, what are you going to do about it? You need to change that belief, and you also need to act on it. So if you are now saying to yourself that there's limitless opportunities to grow wealth, then now you need to take action. What are those opportunities that are available? Yeah, so you need to take action to start looking at it as well. And it could be that one of the actions you need to do is to start looking at your budget, or actually creating your budget and seeing where you've got some leeway. And actually, what you see on paper, I actually did this with a client the other day. We looked at her budget, and she was looking at all the ways that she could earn some extra income, because she really was struggling to meet her monthly demands. And when we looked at it on paper, she had more than enough. And she also had opportunities to create that would not have a negative impact on her and her family. So sometimes when you write it down and you look at it, it's not actually as bad as it first appears. So you really want to take the action, and then you want to surround yourself with people that have a healthy relationship with money. And this could be like mentors. It could be that you have financial coaches in your life, or a community that inspire you to growth. So go ahead, reflect on your limiting beliefs, and drop me a comment. Why not drop a comment and let me know some of the limiting beliefs that you may struggle with, and how you're working on overcoming those limiting beliefs. And if you need some help, well, check out my website. There's different ways that I may be able to support you. Thank you so much for listening, guys. You know what to do. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live, and also subscribe to this channel. Don't keep it to yourself either. Go on, share it. Share it with people that you know that might be struggling with limiting beliefs. Thank you, and see you next time.